Welcome back, everybody, to the X1 Bros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox community. It's a Friday. We're back to our old school time because of travel and stuff. Friday's nice. Friday is nice.
I actually prefer doing the show on Thursday because then I have the weekend off.
Yeah, because then you have
Friday
the whole
starts
weekend,
your weekend night.
Yeah.
Your weekend eve.
Yes, it's the eve of the weekend.
Yes, yes. Jordan the Man was in Disneyland.
Yes.
And he was telling us how it crushes all the other, the other theme parks.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
I just don't like people. I hate crowds.
That's why you got to get there early.
I hate
That's
crowds unless I'm at a sporting event.
That's why you got to pay a lot of money to not interact with those crowds.
Weren't you saying they called it something else? Fast Pass was now something else?
Oh, no. It was Genie Plus. Now it's like Lightning Lane or something like that. Yeah.
Maybe they switch it up every time for marketing.
Yeah, they get bored.
Or maybe there's just multiple tiers now.
Before we get started, I do want to shout out Soulfinder in the community. Shout out to Soulfinder, who started an NCAA football league, and I'm a part of it, and I'm dominating. Actually, I only have one win. It's only been one. Well, it's been 2 weeks. My team, USC, lost to LSU the first week, but then I joined. So I want a rematch.
It was a building week.
No, I joined after I already had the loss. But shout out to Soulfinder. If you guys would like to join, come and join our Discord. The link is in the description, whether you're listening, whether you're watching live. Join our Discord. We've got forums over there. And there's in the announcements, there's the Dynasty NCAA football 2024? NCAA football 24. It's called the X1 Bros League. The password is all in there. Everything. Come join us. You can be any team in any league. That's just Dynasty works. We're all playing towards the playoffs. We're just doing it in the same world, so to speak. So come and join us. I think Jordan the Man's going to join us now that he's back.
Yeah.
I
don't know what team I play. I want to pick Ohio because,
You could be Notre Dame.
I could be UCLA.
Yeah, okay.
Then we would play each other.
I'd lose some respect for you.
Well, what if I beat you?
That's not going to happen. First of all, on my rust day, I came back and beat you. And then all week, I've been playing road to the playoffs.
So here's the question: in college, because in Madden, I to an extent it does, but not really. In college, there's definitely like a difference between the number 1 team and the number 25 team, like a big difference.
Oh, huge.
Now in the game, does that reflect in the game?
Yeah, of course it does.
So
Speed,
like you're
the whole shot.
So you're at a disadvantage if you pick like your favorite team, your local team who sucks.
But there's something about being a local team
like, for example, we're like Utah State is one of the teams here. If I picked Utah State,
you're at a disadvantage. But there's something about building that team. So Dynasty
there's
mode.
Something about just taking them to the
Dynasty
top.
mode, you are recruiting as well every single week, and stuff like that. So you're building your dynasty.
Yeah.
So there's something very rewarding about taking a no-name team and becoming a top 10, top 25.
Should I take Colorado, me and Dion?
Yeah, you could go. You and Dion, you'd get smashed again.
Yeah, but the media would love us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyways, huge thank you to Soulfinder again. Come join us. Also, we haven't promoted Discord in a while. Discord has kind of died.
I can play Oregon,
if we're being honest. But come join our Discord. We'll revive it. We'll revive the Discord. It's shout out to everybody who's been keeping it alive. There is forums. We moved to forums because we weren't able to be there as much, and we thought, forums, that stuff will stay. And then I just haven't jumped in. I've been jumping in more lately though because of the thing. So come join us over on Discord.
Oregon, maybe I'll pick Oregon.
Oregon would be good. Yeah.
Then we'd still play each other.
We would.
We would.
We would still play each other. Yeah.
Oh, I could pick Penn State.
Penn State would be cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you want? It's like you're avoiding Ohio.
Do they have any community colleges on there?
No,
I want to find the worst team.
Well, no, because it's AAA or it's AA. What is it?
Well, because it's NCAA, and I don't.
Yeah, it's AA football. So if you're community college, I don't think you're in that
league. There's one on there. That would be the team to do it. David, if you want to prove that you're
Salt Lake
good,
Community College,
win with that team.
Yeah. No, you could go down to the lowest ranked team and be them.
Do it. Play. Okay, you play as them and have Jordan play as Ohio, and then see who wins.
Okay.
And then you could really smack down the trash talk if you do win.
I could just pick Alabama.
Isn't Alabama good?
Yeah, Alabama.
Yeah,
Georgia.
very good. Aren't they number 1?
I don't.
Or is Georgia number
I don't
1?
know who's number 1 right now. Oh, I think Ohio State is number 1 actually.
No, they were number 2 in the game.
Oh, then I don't know who's in the game. I don't know in the game. What's interesting, I've been playing Road to Playoffs, which is this mode. And in Road to Playoffs, They have it in Madden as well, but you have like I don't remember. Forgive me if I get this wrong. I don't know. Let's say you have 10 games that you play, and then your win-loss. Each game is online against an online opponent, and your win-loss determines whether or not you go to the playoffs, and you just see how far you can make it. And super fun. It's been super fun to play everybody online. The variety of teams. It's much easier in Madden because there's less of a variety of teams. You basically know all the big names on all the teams. You know their strengths in Madden. Whereas in college football, when I'm playing Kentucky, I don't know Kentucky because I don't watch that conference. You know what I mean? Or if I do, I'm only watching the big teams in their conference. I'm not watching Kentucky.
You're not watching Kentucky Community College.
But no, it's really interesting. It makes it a ton of fun. I'm actually losing in my streak right now, but I had this one game where I got down 21-0, and I came back and won the game. And then the last game that I lost, I came back and tied it up 28 to 27. And I was kicking the field goal in my extra point to tie it up 28-28 with a minute left.
Lag?
And I was like, I'm going for 2. Actually, I've experienced 0 lag, so I don't know.
You went for you went.
So I'm like, I'm going to end the game right here. I'm aggressive, baby. And then I missed it by a lot.
Rookie mistake, man.
By a lot. And I was like, and I was telling my wife was laughing at me, and I was telling her I should have just kicked the field goal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun though. But yeah, I
She
actually
you play.
No. I tell her afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you go listen about the game that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does she listen?
Oh yeah, she loves football.
She's
a big Utah fan.
I try to tell my wife about some of my video game stuff that I do. She could care less.
If you played Upland, she would care.
Yeah, sure, that's probably true. I said video game.
Yeah, but no lag yet. So I don't know how they run. I haven't looked it up. I don't know if they have servers or if it's peer-to-peer or what they've improved there, but legitimately no lag. It's impressive.
That's good. It might be your new internet that you have.
You were telling us, and we talked about it might be actually, yeah. You were telling us, Spicy, before we jump into the news here, and we talked about this when it was happening a few weeks ago, a month ago.
When it comes to like pop culture, I'm like several weeks behind.
Yeah, but you have now discovered the joy that is the Acolyte reviews on YouTube.
They're so funny,
dude. They're so good.
Yeah, I was telling these guys right before we started how funny, like people complaining about the Acolyte like videos on YouTube are. I could watch those for days. I just put that on my other screen. And it is some of the funniest things. They go scene by scene of why it's terrible. Oh, makes me so.
You know what's interesting is like Disney's not. Well, at least I haven't seen. Maybe they are. They're not like copyright striking a lot of these.
Well, a lot of them are like the ones that I've been watching.
The cat's out of the bag. They know.
Well,
they're like, well, everybody says it's crap.
The ones that I've been watching are only doing screenshots of the scene.
Oh, so they can't. Okay.
They're only doing.
So maybe it is Disney.
And it's not the full screen. It's just a embedded. Well, it's like a window within the screen that I'm looking at. But it's pretty. Like that show, I have not seen that show at all, and I have no desire to see that. But I know exactly what happens because of all the scene by scene complaints. And I'm telling you, that show's terrible. That show is so it's so bad, and it's so funny. It's the most expensive. I was telling you guys this. It's the most expensive Star Wars to date. $23 million per episode, and it's making the least amount of money. Well, you can, it's pretty bad. It's bad. It's so
well, and
like the writing
and it broke everything.
I know all the lore, everything. Like it's just it's so bad.
Isn't Trinity from Matrix in there?
So what's funny about that? She's in it for This is a big complaint that everyone gets to. She was like advertised that she's in the show. She's in the show.
Yeah. She's in the first. She's in because I watched
first 6 minutes.
I watched
spoiler.
10 minutes of the first episode, and she was in there, and then I stopped watching.
Okay,
she was at the table. I got to. She's at the table sitting, and someone comes up to confront her.
So this is if you watch the first 6 minutes, this is going to spoil the show. For the first 6 minutes, they kill her. They kill her off in the first 6 minutes. That's so funny. That's like He-Man. Remember when we watched He-Man?
That is like,
or it's like,
and the trailer is all about He-Man. Like,
yeah. Do you remember Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom? Did that? the second new one. Jeff Goldblum was all over the trailers. He ended up being in it at the end for like 2 seconds at the beginning and then 3 seconds at the end.
Yeah, that's
hilarious.
It's so Star Wars has just gone so down. It's so sad, but I saw this happening years ago, so I'm like desensitized to
I think our first clue was when Luke milked an alien.
Well, that was
angry old Luke.
I would say our first clue was that the movie before that, where it was just a space chase scene, and then they went to the zoo for a little bit.
No, that was the Luke movie.
That was the Luke.
Yeah,
that one was it?
Yeah, that was the second one.
All the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
The Last Jedi. Yeah, that was the same movie.
The milk one?
Yeah.
That was,
They fit a lot into that movie.
They fit a lot.
so much into that movie.
Yeah, fit a lot into it.
It's so bad though. Like, how do I'm at a point in my life, my kids too, and I kind of want to get them into Star Wars, but do I now?
We watch at my house. We watch the original.
Yeah,
we've watched 1, 2, 3.
Kids love the original.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6.
And then my wife takes them through all the Clone Wars they watch. Those are good. And what is it? Rogue
One?
No, Rogue.
Rogue One was actually pretty good.
No, what's the? It's like Clone Wars, but it's Rogue.
Controversial here. I don't think Rogue One was that good until the last 10 minutes.
No, I thought it was I thought it was fine.
If it didn't have the last 10 minutes, it would have been like, all right.
Well, if it didn't have the last 10 minutes, it would have been like a 6 or 7 out of 10, which is like, that was good.
I'm going to tell you a story, Jordan.
Star Wars Rebels. Rebels, not Rogue.
Jordan, I'm going to tell you a story. When I started dating my wife before I married her, her sister, hopefully no one's listening in that family. Her sister was dating a guy that was a total douchebag.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't the best, but compared to him, her family loved me.
Yeah.
They thought I was freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Now, here's my comparison. I'm bringing
that
up.
Siblings that make bad decisions are always nice.
Yeah, and I like, oh yeah, go for it. I was like a hero because of how douchebag
you were the White Knight.
Yeah, exactly. I think Rogue One. Is it Rogue One? Yeah, the one with
where they get the plans to the Death Star. Yeah.
I think that one people like so much because in comparison, the other movies that came out at the time were so bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you compare that to Episode 5,
but like if
doesn't even, it's like
if Rogue One was the worst we got, it would have been like, oh, okay, like I can live with that.
No, I really do think because you were like you watched that after 7, after I think that was after 8. It was before 9, right? I think it was in, or was
I think it was
9?
in between Force Awakens and Last Jedi.
Okay.
So it was the second new one they made.
All I'm saying is I think people like that because they were like, okay, this is okay, only because of what came out with Star Wars near that time period.
So PNX World says 1 to 6, Rogue One, and Star Wars Fallen Jedi series are the best ones. And don't forget The Mandalorian after that. Yeah, the
Fallen Jedi
for live ones, that's probably pretty close. So for your kids, Clone Wars, Rebels, and then Bad Batch is the new one, and also Bad Batch,
which ties off of Clone Wars.
Yeah,
those are good.
The Clone Wars
for a 2-year-old brain.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of lasers. After season 1, they're like, wow, we have an older audience.
Oh, it's 20-year-olds
watching
watching
this. Killing these
murder people.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. Because it was still on TV, so they couldn't,
Dude, I've been watching The Sopranos.
Maybe I should watch that with my kid.
I'm thinking of starting my own mafia, my own mob, be the mob boss.
That would be cool.
I mean, you do have to murder people.
And do a lot of fraud to make a lot of money.
But in fairness, you usually murder people you hate. So
that deserve it.
So there's an upside.
Yeah,
there is an upside there. Let's talk about the news. First up in the news,
it's actually like a lot of little stuff that was good.
There is some little stuff. Avowed. It got pushed back.
Yeah.
Now
officially to February now. It was officially announced.
The date dropped February? Because at first it was just 2025, so now it's February.
So, according to Xbox Twitter.
The tweets.
Or X or whatever you want to call it.
The Twitter tweets.
It is now February 18th, 2025.
And the reasoning given? No official statement, really.
No, the official statement is So many games coming. As such, we are moving Avowed to February 18th, 2025 to give backlog some breathing room.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Some people were trying to make a big deal and saying, well, they knew about this forever ago. Granted, they did, but I genuinely don't have a problem.
Well, I also think the Blizzard acquisition, because you got like World of Warcraft coming out, like there's a lot of now first-party IPs. I mean, I'm kind of sad because I really wanted to play this game, but I'm still going to get to play it. I think it's a combination of a few things. I don't think the developer's ever going to say no to more time.
Yeah. Yeah, probably needed some work.
Yeah, usually it's the opposite way. Usually it's the publisher is like, no, we got to get it out. Just, I don't care. Zip it up, make it, put Band-Aids on it, get it out. We need money.
I do think they're in a spot now because now with it being delayed, if it does come out and it's like
bad.
Well, not bad because like everybody's going to have different opinions of games, right? But
okay.
Not done. Yeah.
Broken?
Yeah. Like a Redfall.
But
I don't think they'll let that happen again. I don't think you can let that happen again.
That.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Obsidian is pretty good.
Yeah, it's Obsidian. It looks Obsidian-ish.
It looks Obsidian-ish.
Yeah.
No, it does.
Yeah.
I like that though. That's cool.
Right no, did they give a specific reason?
Yeah. That was the specific reason.
Just that they're making room for
because
the
so
backlog.
many
give your backlogs a break.
So many games are out or coming out that they want to just.
Well, and if you look now with the Blizzard acquisition, if you look at like what is considered their first part, there's a lot.
I mean, like
you got Call of Duty, you got World of Warcraft.
PNX World says making room for Call of Duty. Yeah, that's the big boa.
Yeah, okay.
The big boa.
So
also, you got Starfield expansion coming in there.
So this is a delay that's good.
Well, I mean, we hope.
Yeah,
you know, I guess you
like,
never know.
It's not like the game needs more. They didn't come out and say the game needs more work. Or no. We want this game to be successful, so we're going to give it its own weekend.
Yeah. You've also got Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
We're not. I hope we get another Wolfenstein. By the way, not a.
Do you think we wouldn't?
No.
I think eventually we will.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. By the way, I saw this chart of Rockstar games and like their rate of release, and it goes like this. It goes, and there's like multiple a year. Rockstar games, and then Grand Theft Auto 5 is released, and then there's nothing
because online,
because of GTA Online.
No, that Red Dead came out after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like but I'm talking about like they had 3 to 5 games a year prior to that, or every other year. And then Grand Theft Auto 5 hits, and boom.
Well, I think
that is it.
I think they consolidated all their locations because it used to be like Rockstar San Diego. There was Rockstar. There was a whole bunch. There was all different ones, and now they have the entirety working on single games. Like they did a
complete restructuring.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, if you look at any Rockstar game, you've never beat Grand Theft Auto 5, right, David?
No, I never beat it. No.
Any Rockstar game you beat, pay attention to how long the credits are, and it's like
a movie,
20 times more than any movie.
Yeah,
with how many people are involved, and granted, how much the game costs to make. I mean, you can look that up. I believe the Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the most expensive game ever made.
Well, what's interesting with Grand Theft Auto 6 too is, and I don't know why this came up in my head while we were talking about Avowed here, but I think because of the backlog issue. But Grand Theft Auto 6, they've already talked about how they're not releasing everything at first. Like it will be, they're building it so that the world can expand after release.
That seems like an online thing.
No.
So they're pulling a Final Fantasy 7? Like, what are you talking about? I don't like that. If that's
release in parts.
Maybe they're gonna do it the right way, but I very much disliked how Final Fantasy VII Remake was released.
Yeah, I agree. Not saying it's not good, because it is good, but I just don't like the release schedule.
Yeah, I mean, is it like a Hitman where it's like a seasonal thing and you get a map every week?
You get one mission every week.
Yeah, that's how Hitman did it when it came out. It was like
I would assume it's a lot of like they're not going to release like they'll release single player and then multiplayer because that's what they did with GTA 5, wasn't it? Then they released multiplayer a little bit afterwards.
Yeah, and it was broken for like 2 years.
Yeah, so same thing.
What I miss
Probably the same thing again.
Is the Red Dead 1's multiplayer where everyone started off with a standoff.
Yeah.
That was so awesome.
Well, and do you think, like, because the open world in Red Dead 2 didn't feel the same as Red Dead 1, and do you think it's because of the size of the world? Like, you remember when you would free roam and you really would, like, run across people, and like, that's what made it fun.
I can't remember, but it's like the CEO. Sorry to interrupt. I can't remember. It's like the CEO said this, that they're looking at releasing a smaller world or a small, like, not that they can then build upon over time.
I feel like most game studios say that when a game comes out. Like Call of Duty says that.
Basically, though,
we are set up for the future.
Basically, though, I think Grand Theft Auto 6, because of, I'm telling you, this chart, I should have saved it, just stops. I think they're planning it now. Like, they didn't expect Grand Theft Auto Online to be so successful. And so, like,
I'm going to try to find that because that's how every game works.
They're going to have, like, DLC. Grand Theft Auto 5 didn't have DLC.
Well, I mean,
actually, it had quite a bit of DLC for the multiplayer.
No.
Elden Ring had this large map. This is an open world game. Had this large map. DLC comes out. It's a new. They added to it with a new section.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be. Like that. Whereas 5, they didn't do that at all.
I would really like more story content in a Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, I gotta find the quote. I think we even discussed. Anybody in chat, find that quote. Find that quote. GTA. Oh, here's that. Maybe Rockstar.
Are we going back to Liberty City in this one? No, Liberty City.
It's in Florida.
I think it's in.
Yeah, Vice City, right?
I heard. So a couple years ago, there was rumors that it was in some parts of the game take place in Brazil. I could be crazy.
I mean, some parts of Red Dead 2 took place in Cuba.
Yeah, but the trailer that came out last year, it was all Florida.
Yeah. So is it Vice City? Have they like given it's got to be Vice City, right?
Yeah.
Because that was Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to find it. But I swear he said it. And that's what I think we're going to... I mean, it makes sense with all of the success that GTA 5 has had. I mean, it's in the top 10 since it's launched month over month.
Oh, yeah. Well, and they plan to make $1 billion on release. Whew. And like within like the first...
Listen to this. Do you want to hear something interesting? Speaking of that, EA knocked it out of the park as far as money-wise with NCAA. Do you want to know how many $100 pre-orders they had?
For what game?
For the $100 version of NCAA. EA. 2.5 million.
Oh. That's really good.
Wow. You're just mad. Yeah. Well, and keep in mind, with NCAA, you're not paying the NFL contract. That's giant. You're not paying the NFLPA contract. That's giant. You're paying a very small NIL contract. You're making so much. I would say NCAA is going to fund Madden.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, so I did see. So GTA 6 will be set in the state of Leonida, which encompasses Vice City and beyond. Which is exciting because I liked Vice City. I hope my strip club that I owned is still there
and beyond.
Do you know how much backlog payment they're going to have to give you?
Yeah, I know they're going to have to give me a lot. That's the first one you get, isn't it? Is that strip club?
I think it's $5,000 topped out. Like every several hours, you got to go back and
because in Vice City you were able to own properties, and
cool.
you would get money.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
I hope that's still there.
I think Vice City is probably my favorite.
Vice City was good.
But San Andreas, maybe never mind. I think San Andreas is my favorite.
They're all good.
So good.
Especially once you get into the named ones, because there's GTA 1 through 3, but then you get Vice City, San Andreas.
Yeah, well, 3 was like the first one that Rockstar
made, right?
Yeah,
because that was
that was like a game changer because it wasn't
3D, top down anymore. Yeah,
3D, and it was super cool. And then they came out with Vice City, which I played on the original, the OG Xbox. I can't call it the Xbox One, but the OG Xbox.
I remember Lance in Vice City. He was your friend, and then stuff happens towards the end.
Yeah, and you could on that Xbox, you could put in one of your CDs, Yellow Card or whoever you liked at the time, and you could rip the CD onto the hard drive of the Xbox. And as you were playing the game in your car, you could change the radio station, and one of the radio stations was your ripped music from a CD that you put in there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Coolest thing in any game. They don't make games like they used to.
No, that's cool.
That was in the Napster era.
The Napster era.
That's when they didn't have to pay for music.
Get stuff for free.
You can rip your CDs all you want on our Xbox.
That is too funny. The other big news. So Avowed obviously got delayed. None of us have problems with it. We're okay.
Well, I mean, I'm sad, but okay.
Well, I'm usually okay with delays if it means that the game is going to be better.
Yeah.
It seems like
it. Put it this way: it's not like, oh shoot, Avowed was the only Xbox title coming out this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that would have made it worse, I think. But because you have Indiana Jones, you have the Starfield DLC. I mean, if you want, it's weird to say it, but yes, you have now Call of Duty, which is considered an
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's you got to realize they're scheduling not just for like playing and backlog, but for marketing purposes, for marketing Game Pass purposes, stuff like that. So, makes sense. Let's talk about Valerant because Valerant is officially live. It's out of beta. It's officially dropped on
the
Xbox.
Being advertised everywhere on the Xbox.
It is everywhere. You cannot escape it. So let's take a minute because we've talked about it before. We were in the closed beta. And we've played a lot of it, and we all really enjoyed the game. Now, on Game Pass, because you have Game Pass, or if you have Game Pass, the perk is you get every character unlocked.
Yeah, and they say from now on going forward.
Yeah.
So it counts as new characters, too, which is actually really, really cool.
Yeah, that's so you get to jump in, experiment. In fact, I saw some comments on YouTube about it, and people were like, it's like cheating. They're cheating. Game Pass is cheating. But you get every character unlocked. Valorant is very fun, especially when you get to play with teammates.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it if you...
Well, you always get to play with teammates.
Well, but...
You mean friends.
Friends.
Friends that are your teammates.
Let me say that. Friends who you can talk to.
I go lone wolf. There's nobody on my team that's a teammate.
No, my bad. Yeah, friends. But just a ton of fun. Jordan, tell me, Valorant.
I really like Valorant. I'm glad it came to the console. So we've talked about it forever that... I wish there was a CSGO style game on the console that was good. I mean, I haven't had CSGO on the console since the original Xbox.
Yeah.
And when we've had games that have attempted that style, but they just didn't hit as well. I don't know what it was, whether it was just the gunplay didn't feel good, bullets didn't register, it didn't feel fun. Like Valorant is the competitor to CSGO, and it's nice that it's on the console.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it network-wise, it's clean. It feels good. Although sometimes I always die.
I don't understand.
Map knowledge in this game is big. Like this, we've played this one. That's definitely a choke point. Defense has the advantage in this.
You're talking about like map types and
map.
stuff?
Yeah, I don't even know the names of the maps. Just this map that we're watching.
Yeah. I could roll it back and see.
But it's really like when you win, it's very rewarding. When you lose, when you lose, you feel it. Like it's.
Yeah, one of the things that is unique is you have to stand still to shoot. So strafing is not necessarily a good thing.
You can. It's a technique.
Yeah, there's what they call counter strafing and stuff like that you do.
So anytime you shoot, don't move, but keep moving. Stop, shoot, move, stop, shoot, move, stop, shoot,
move, stop, shoot.
Yeah, it's
counter.
You can. It just goes click, click.
And really good people do it.
Trigger.
Like really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun though. Really, really enjoy this game.
And it plays well.
Plays really well.
Have you seen the new Razer keyboards that are, speaking of strafing, that they're coming out with that basically have the script where it makes it so it's instant moving? It's like cheating. Mm-hmm. And now they're building them into Razer keyboards.
Well, is it like the monitor that has the AI built into it, and it would flash red when League of Legends would, like, they used League of Legends as an example. The screen would flash red when an ability was coming at you, or something like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I forget who it was. Was it LG? I don't know who it was, but it was something to that. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like that. and it was pretty funny.
So like on WASD, AD goes left and right. How this works is if you press it, it instantaneously removes the old A and puts it on the D. It's actually a lot of pros are able to do this manually, but it takes a lot of practice to do it perfect. Well, now if you can hold A down and just tap D over and over, and it's like this, super, and that's what pros are able to do because of the hours and hours and hours of practice.
And now we can do it.
Now we can do it.
So what you're saying is technology is the steroids of video games.
It's just it would be a complaint on games like this, I guess, is why I bring it up. But
that is too funny.
They have AI built into monitors.
Yeah, I forget who it was. We were talking about it, and it was like, wait a minute. So when someone's gonna shoot you in League of Legends, like that's a big deal.
What we need to hurry
that monitor is gonna sell really quick
because that's a big problem, especially. Well, cheating was a big problem before, and I've seen the stuff where AI can like mimic, like movements and stuff, and AI it's really bad with cheating. But I've also seen the counter AI that they're developing that will flag you as cheating because of how you move around the map.
Yeah.
It's actually fascinating. So I cannot wait because I hate playing against cheaters. That's one of the hardest things. That's why PvE mode in Tarkov was so nice. It's because you knew you weren't going against cheaters. It was just like a...
Well, the game kind of cheats you a lot, but there's no way around that.
That's true. But the counter AI. So you have the AI on the LG monitors, but can't wait till all the counter AI comes out so we can play games again. You know what I mean? Well, and that's what's crazy is some of the stuff you can do. Yeah, anyways, I don't want to get into it, but...
Can I tell you my favorite news story of the week?
Yeah.
So as you guys know, I was at theme parks this week.
Yeah.
I went up to a couple employees and I told them that I play Planet Coaster and gave them a couple tips that help my queue lines that maybe can help theirs, But because every time you ever get that feeling like you go and do something, you're like, man, I want to play, like you go see a Star Wars movie, you kind of want to play a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
So that's how I am. Like I was playing Planet Coaster yesterday and today because I'm like, I've been at the,
theme park.
I took some tips and I'm trying to incorporate them. But while I was at these theme parks, Planet Coaster 2 was announced for both PC and console later this year.
Very nice.
I watched all the updates and stuff. You know what was really nice about being gone this week? The only thing I watched on the internet was Planet Coaster developer updates because they just announced it and they had like a stream and then like a deep dive.
Yeah.
Do you know how like happy? Like you're just, you didn't have to like, the world was fine.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, this is
everyone
great.
should disconnect.
And then I get home and I go on, like I'm looking at my phone and like it's like there's 50 million new Mr. Beast videos with all that drama. Logitech's making a subscription based mouse and like it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm gonna do next week, I'm just gonna play games and not go on the internet.
Well, see, the problem is that in order to be successful on YouTube, or one of the main reasons people are successful on YouTube, is they call them slop. I think it's called slop YouTubers. They choose something and then just all the drama about something, and that's how you get clicks and how you get views and stuff like that.
We're wired for drama.
The algorithm that YouTube how it works is it's all about viewership and clicks and all that stuff. And the things that get clicks is drama. And that's just the nature.
And Planet Coaster too. They're adding water parks, by the way.
It's the same problem. This is why I have a hard time with any article online, even about games, because it's...
I'll give you a prime example.
It's all most of it's negative because I guess in order to be interesting, you have to have a negative opinion on something.
Yeah, no, it's. I have experimented with it.
Oh, you have? You've been negative and positive?
No, but like, it's all on YouTube. It's all the headlines. So let's see. So on my channel, X1 the Gamer, everyone, there was Xbox had a earnings call and they talked about they had like record revenue up.
Oh yeah,
61%.
The hardware was down
for
and
software.
everybody
Yeah.
freaked out about hardware.
So my headline is Xbox game-changing quarter, how Activision boosted revenues. Now, it did okay.
Yeah.
But if you change that headline, in fact, watch this.
Are you gonna do it in real time?
Xbox console dead.
Yeah, if you change that headline to, I don't know, the craziest thing just happened, Xbox is dead. Xbox could be dead.
Question mark.
But your video's not that about that at all, you will get more clicks.
Well, see, that's the fundamental flaw with our show then, because we're trying to be positive.
Yeah, let's see. What's our headline?
Well, no wonder we're not successful at this, guys.
What's our headline? Another Xbox setback. Why Avowed's delayed may be good. If we just change that to Xbox dropping the ball again, it's over.
You know what's so funny?
It's over.
That you say that, because I'm the one who creates the titles.
Yeah.
I struggled finding a positive, because it's like there's that part in your head that's like, just say it's dead. Just another.
Say it's dead.
I have
another delay. But
Xbox.
But I couldn't do it.
The best headline would be Xbox F's us again.
but
Bleep it out.
That's me. It's why this could be a good thing for Xbox.
Yeah, it's not. And then you don't even talk about it. But also, I've unsubscribed to people because I click on the headline and the video is not at all what the headline is. And then and you could get away with 2 or 3 of those, but by like your third one, you're like, all right, I'm out, dude. Bro, see ya, you liar, little liar.
Well, well. Do you know what's so great is the AI that tells me what the video's actually about now. I don't have to watch, and I just click a button and it tells me in 10 seconds what the video's actually about.
Well, yeah, didn't they show?
You don't.
So in that post that all the people
I never
were
do that to your videos though, David. I watch it from start to finish.
Better not.
In that post though, like the earnings report, didn't we see like, what was it like? Gaming was up, but like the only thing down.
So software's up, hardware's down, but software without Activision was up like 3%.
And with Activision.
Software with Activision, it's up an additional 58%. So 61% total up.
So good move.
But 58% of that is
Someone
Activision.
got promoted.
Activision Bethesda. So that's how huge that acquisition is for Xbox.
Yeah.
The other thing is we got a translucent controller announced from Xbox this week. We're going back. Remember those see-through controllers?
I remember I used to think those were cool. Now I really don't.
Well, no, now they're cool again. They're cool. We're starting to trend.
It's coming back.
Yeah,
well, like
I'm gonna look this up. Translucent.
I feel like the '90s style is coming back.
Yeah, it is. Have you seen all the freaking teenagers?
And I'm always like
with their Eminem hair and their baggy jeans. I'm like, hey, bro.
Any decade, the 90s has some interesting stuff, but like 1995 to 2008 was the world's teenage years. Like the world was going through like a teenage, and then things kind of got back on track.
It's not those Xbox. It's called the Cipher. Sky Cipher. Xbox Sky Cipher.
Cipher Dios.
There it is. Yeah, there's a video. There's videos on it.
Let's go to, I'll go to Xbox.
It's yeah. Look how cool that
it's
thing
cool.
looks.
I don't know if like I would pick that first.
You could see the rumble thing go to it'll for
Is
you.
it a rumble thing?
Yeah, in the bottom.
in the hands, and then you'll actually be able to see it move. Look at that bad boy. That looks pretty good.
I do like that they did like a blue instead of like the normal clear.
Not just blue, Cipher blue.
Oh yeah, they got to make up their own
Oh,
colors.
right here. Is this where it does the rumble?
No.
Further?
There's a video
no,
on the Xbox YouTube channel.
It has Bluetooth
It has
connection.
Bluetooth. Look how good that looks, though. It looks good, dude. I don't know why it looks good, but it looks good.
Yeah, it looks okay. I mean, like I said, it wouldn't be that would probably be my third pick.
No,
If I were picking out 5 controllers at the store, that would be like number 3.
Everybody, as you're listening to this, after this is recorded, let us know in comments wherever you're listening whether or not you think. Go look it up, the Cipher Blue controller, and tell us what you think. I think it looks badass.
Jordan thinks it looks okay. I think it looks like a cheap thing that you would buy on like the third Kmart aisle.
Like Mad Cats.
Like that Xbox logo should not be on there.
No, go up. One person's joke that I saw is Does it come with batteries? Are batteries included? That is funny. Look how good that looks. You don't think that looks good? I think it looks good. I want one.
I have been tainted because I have seen these so many times in like
come and go
that were off brand.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fantastic.
How about some sad news? Game Informer announced today closing doors, and I was going to subscribe to Game Informer. I just never have because they've been really pushing. Well, they've been really pushing it on Twitter and like, hey, subscribe to our physical magazine 1 a month. Come get it. And I was like, oh, okay, I think I'm going to do that.
Well, actually, I would do it through GameStop because that's how I don't know.
I don't think
GameStop owns them.
Yeah, I don't know how but like if you sign up for your GameStop membership, which I think I still have.
Yeah, but they were really pushing it, but now they're closing their doors, which is a shame because there is something. It's a shame we're going all digital is great. It's easy. It's low cost. You get instant information, but a good magazine. There's just something about a good magazine.
It was fun to see the pictures they had in there and read the articles of what's coming in the game. They had
artwork,
reviews at the back. You kind of review all the games.
I don't know how you could do it that makes it relevant because the problem now is that by the time you get your magazine, you're weeks old in the news, whatever has been worked on. Whereas before, it doesn't release till you release your magazine. Like your interviews release, but interviews would be out already everywhere. Everything's going to be weeks old by the time you get it physical. So how do you adjust a magazine?
Well, Game Informer did go to like an email version.
No. But I want I want the physical because the covers of Game Informer were always cool. But like you'd have to do it in a way the information that you present has to be basically timeless. Like it has to be something that you can't get anywhere else except in that magazine.
Here's the problem, David.
But in an age of instant media, you can't do it. Like it's really hard anyways.
Well, I don't think it's possible. This was when I looked this up, this was the 6th most published magazine in the world.
Whoa.
It was in top 6 and it could not succeed.
Yeah.
Who's number one?
The reason is I didn't look up who was number one. The reason is you, David, because I wanted to buy it, but I never bought it.
But I just didn't.
Yeah, I just didn't. But here's the thing. So
it's just an
does that mean the website? Because they have a website that they run. Is their website down?
Well, so now that they
just
had a
the
website,
magazine?
no, the website now it's a landing page that just says thanks for the great 33 years.
Yep, that's it. The final level.
That's what it
That's
is.
literally all that it says after 33 years.
Well, and I remember like you'd get the magazine and you'd see what's on the cover and you're like, oh, it's Doom or something. The cover story was always cool. Yeah, it is sad.
It's just a past form of consumable media that
I guess you could just
Vinyls have made a comeback though.
But they're there, but they're not there.
Yeah. That's like a collector's thing.
This is not, and the thing about music is it's very personal and it's very, you can experience that and enjoy it more every time you do it. Whereas the magazine is just, it's not nearly the same as music.
Everyone agree? Is there anyone that's like, I hate magazines? Magazines are cool to flip through the pictures. Is there any way? It's just really hard. Like really hard. Like you said, those the 6 most.
Yeah, it was number 6 on published magazines in the world, and it still did not succeed. So I just don't think that magazines are a form of media.
What's the number 1 physical magazine? What do you think it is? Like National Geographic? It's gonna be something that's picture focused, right?
Probably National Geographic.
Swimsuit edition, Sports Illustrated,
That'd be for Jordan
or Playboy. I bet you those are in the top 5.
Porn. It's gonna be porn.
Yeah.
It's National Geographic.
No, I would say yeah.
GQ's number 2.
And see with National Geographic,
number 1.
I think
selling. I want selling magazine. I don't want.
I think National Geographic has something that Game Informer wouldn't have, and
knowledge.
Well, also you have a kids-based audience. Like we subscribed for a little while for National Geographic, so that my kids could go through them and like learn.
I would say National Geographic is far more. It's more art than Game Informer was. Game Informer is cool because we like learning about games.
Also, if you think about it, National Geographic is picking stories and diving deep on things that yes, you could go look up, but until that magazine comes to you, you're not thinking like we went and let's do a deep dive
rhinos.
on the rhinoceros.
And it has some of the best photographers in the world publish in that magazine, and that's something that I think Game Informer doesn't have. You have artists, that's for sure. You have stuff like that, but I think
it's all religious magazines that are like the top.
No, this is fair enough. Makes sense.
43. Okay, so the top in the whole world is the Watchtower, which is the Jehovah's Witness magazine, and then number 2 is Awake, which I guess is an offshoot of that, and so that's number 2 at 43 million copies in circulation. So that makes sense because that's not a religious magazine's not going anywhere. Like that's going to continue to circulate. AARP also makes sense.
Okay, yeah, because everyone over 60 reads magazines.
Yeah, because everyone over 60 reads magazines. It's got a circulation of 23 million copies.
And then look at that, Game Informer.
And there was Game Informer.
Nuts, huh?
Wow.
Let's see, and that's crazy.
Wait, hold on, what is the date on this article?
But keep in mind also that this Game Informer is owned by GameStop, and is that a reflection on how GameStop is doing?
Is published by the GameStop Corporation.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's probably
because it was GameStop's decision to stop it.
Yeah, GameStop is probably looking at X's and O's and saying like that. This is just not making sense for us anymore.
That bump in stock last year.
Better Homes and Gardens would be
Better Homes and Gardens. One. Yeah, that makes sense. I see that at the grocery store all the time. So that one. Reader's Digest, again, probably more in the National Geographic side of things.
Some of the best recipes I've ever had in my life are from Reader's Digest.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I still use some of them today.
Good Housekeeping. And then there's National Geographic. So it is a top 10.
See, I told you. Crazy, huh?
Family Circle. Interesting. A lot of these are like lifestyle.
Well, what else? What else are old people going to read?
Well,
about?
You don't get down to the tabloids till People, right?
But here's the thing: People, I bet you, is taking a huge hit.
Yeah, because I think that's the same thing as Game Informer.
Yeah. So I bet you that was the last one. Game Informer was above that. So I bet you People's gone.
I mean, I still see it at the store.
Oh, it is a shame though. I really liked Game Informer. And
their
reviews were pretty solid. Like really, I felt even-handed. Never got anything super crazy. Probably because they were in magazine form.
Yeah, and that they couldn't.
And
just patch what they
haven't
said.
read one for the past 2 years, so
yeah, that's right. I haven't read one for the past 2 years.
So when you were, they were. So when I was,
they were up. Fulcrum's in the house. Says, what's up, bros? First time here, live in a while. Rip Game Informer. Agreed.
I'll pull up the
Beast is here as well. Says X1 is getting it for the topless native women. That's National Geographic or Good Housekeeping. Probably Good Housekeeping. Just kidding. Thanks, Beast. Welcome. PNX magazines are okay. Still love my Apple iPad. That is the thing. Here's the thing. Have you browsed a magazine on an iPad or a tablet? They are fantastic on an iPad. That is true.
Well,
you can even do them on like the Kindles now and stuff.
Yeah.
Too. Like
even graphic novels are pretty good on those things too.
Yeah. Makes me sad though.
The world continues to move forward. Doesn't stop for nobody.
Doesn't stop for nobody. There's got to be something you could do though. So for instance, I know some people who create their own comics.
You can put the demo disc back in there. Might get you a little bump.
But what about my Xbox Series S?
Yeah, because I can't insert that
Well,
anymore.
do the demo code every month.
Have a little flash stick?
The demo code and just type in a code.
Oh, yeah. I guess you could do that. What were you going to say, David?
Here's the thing. So like comics, physical comics are still a thing. So you could do stories. It's the problem with Game Informer, and that's why Good Housekeeping makes sense, or National Geographic, because essentially they are stories that you're getting there. It's not up-to-date information of what's happening in the world of news. It's not news. News magazines, it's too, I mean, look at the news cycle. Look at this. Just in politics, it's only been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks since the Trump assassination attempt, and since Joe Biden got it. And that's like
over and over
a year in the news cycle, right? Like everything happens so fast now because of the instant news, and that's the same as gaming. So much happens just in a week's span that by the time you get your magazine, if what it's based on is information and news, you're way outdated.
Beast in chat says manga is still huge.
Yeah, Barnes and Noble is a happening spot.
Which, by the way, I'm rewatching One Punch Man. Like my favorite show.
I have two mangas of One Punch Man. Tried to get into
what's
manga.
funny about that is the most sold manga of all time.
Is it really?
And you own it.
Oh, there you go. It is pretty funny.
So
it's phenomenal.
So it works.
Yeah,
the stats reflect.
I mean, it's no Game Informer.
The statistics reflect real world. Like
it's still around.
So what's funny?
Game Informer closed down. You don't have it. Number one manga in the world. You have two of them.
I've got two copies. Here's the thing. That humor is very hard to do, I think, in written form, and they do it. Like it's
because
so well done.
There's no one that can match him,
It's
right?
the greatest, it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
So I've never watched the show though, but
The show is phenomenal. It is so good. It's so good, David.
raise a drink to Game Informer. Game
Informer.
See ya.
It's been since 1991.
33 years.
1991 they started, and then they were acquired in 2000 by GameStop, and then GameStop killed them this year because we didn't buy it. Sorry, I haven't bought one in like 15 years.
Well, and to be fair, I mean, GameStop's probably not doing. They're probably doing okay, but they're not doing
GameStop
great.
has like definitely merged to. You want to know what I bet you their number one thing is? Nintendo.
GameStop.
Because Nintendo's the only one that
Physical
really
copies?
has physical stuff anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if it wasn't necessarily Game Informer? It was GameStop's like, well, we need to do budget cuts.
Well,
Oh,
I'm sure it is.
that's what-
I'm sure that's
what it
exactly
was,
what it is.
yeah.
It's like what I think is eventually going to happen with Twitch and Amazon.
But the reason they're doing budget cuts is because no one's buying it.
Yeah, because David didn't buy one. Come on, David.
I was going to because it would be cool just every month to get it, skim through it, and then I never did.
Never did.
Never did.
Well,
Should we do our own magazine, the X1 Pros
magazine and
because
have a
we now
swimsuit
know,
edition.
and now we
There's
know
no-
that it's just destined to fail. Should we jump on board?
Yeah, what would be in the X1 Bros magazine? Like,
Well,
what's,
let's do like an X1 Bros magazine, and it's all negativity. Maybe we'll get,
it's all negativity.
We should do like a calendar.
no.
Should we do an X1 Bros calendar?
Yeah, like start out with a calendar and then work
Calendar
our
would be
way
like-
up to a
with
magazine.
AI. We can now. Put me on a buff man. By the way, I've been running.
Like
told
you in the Doom guy suit with no helmet.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
That is cool. That is cool.
I could make us a calendar. That would be awesome. You know what? And I'll do an X1 Bros book of recipes.
We all just
Like
we all
the
have to
Harry
submit-
Potter cookbook.
You know what we should do? We should do a
Yeah.
community book of recipes. The X1 Bros
That
community.
would be awesome.
Everyone submit their best recipe,
Yes.
and with a title.
I will design it, and I'll get it on Amazon, and we all can buy it.
We can all submit it and then buy it
No,
ourselves.
well, no, like give it to me. I'll get an amalgamation of everybody's, recipes. I'll put it together. I'll do pictures. I'll do the whole thing. I want to make
All
a
right,
recipe
what you need
book.
to do, Spicy, is start a thread in Discord
Okay.
and have people DM you.
The Gamer's Cookbook.
The Gamer's Cookbook, and we can do a cookbook. That would be cool with pictures. We could title it after games. Has to be titled after
It'd be
games.
so awesome.
That would be funny.
Real quick, Eric W. in chat says, "Good evening, X1 Bros. Any update on the NCAA Dynasty?" Yes, sir. Head over to Discord. There is one happening. Soulfinder has put it up. Over at Discord, you'll find all the details on the announcement channel. I pinned linked to the thread that it is on, and again, shout out to Soulfinder for that. But yeah, come join us. Jordan's going to be joining us this week.
What day
there's already a couple people.
Is it Sunday? The week resets, so Monday morning.
No, it's today. I think it's every Friday.
Okay, so we set the day. Okay.
Because I believe Soulfinder reset it today. He can correct me if I'm wrong, but this week has been progressed. Also, I think he may do it based on, because when you finish all your tasks, you can hit advance, go to advance, and then it just does like a checkbox. So he may monitor it, and then if everybody's good to go, we just move forward. So yeah, but come join us. All right, everybody, that does us for this week. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out. We don't know, so it's summer, so we're all over the place. That's why we don't know next week yet. So stay tuned. Jordan the Man is going to be out of town
Yeah.
again. He's like a traveling fiend.
You're all over.
He's a travel
Yeah,
man.
that GeForce Cloud is actually
Wait, so
coming
you were
in
able to
handy.
You were able to game while you were out at
no.
Harry
This
Potter Land?
this one I didn't because, well, I did bring my laptop though, so I could have, but no, I didn't on this one. On this next week one, I will.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Fitzy. Beast says we need the jerky recipe from the person who used to send you jerky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, he got us like all some weird stuff.
Oh,
too.
they were
He had
so
some really
good,
good
though.
stuff, but he had like
Exotic
meats.
Yeah. That was my middle name in college. Also, I heard it's your love language, Spicy. Your sixth love language.
It is. I'll tell you my safe word later.
Have a good week, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next week. Come join us over on Discord. And
should we just let dead air?
I'm out of stuff to say.
That's about it.
You know what's funny, David? Oh, I'll tell you after the show.
Oh, tell me now.
I had your EQ way up, huh? Like,
Oh, am I super loud? Sorry, everyone.
it's like, I fixed it.
Okay, see this.
So hard to find the good days.